Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to choose a server in Deadside. When you first start up the game, you're going to be presented with this screen. It's going to look a little different. My character here is the last character I played on one of the servers. If you haven't played before, either you're not going to have a character there or the character is just going to be dressed in a t-shirt, some underwear, and that's it. Over on the left hand side you have resume, join server, and settings. Resume is just going to connect you to the last server you are playing on, which if you haven't played yet, it's not going to work. Join server is going to take you to the server list. Settings is just going to be the different game settings, languages, video, resolution, sounds, controls, all that kind of stuff. But what we're looking for is the join server. This will bring up a server list, and it's going to be arranged by the lowest ping to the highest ping. You can arrange these by name. You can go by last login, which you're not going to have that if you haven't played yet. Number of players, and favorite, if you have favorite servers that you like to play on. Then over here on the right, you have a list of filters you can go. So first you have official and private. Official is going to be an official server that's run by the developers. The good thing about it is these servers are going to be around as long as the game's around. The bad thing about these is that there are no really rules. So you can get toxic players on those sometimes. I've not experienced it, but I have heard of some people who have. On the Reddit Deadside page, some people have talked about players who are on the official servers who are doing things like camping out the safe zones or using aimbots. Private servers, those are ones that are run by individuals. So like you could have one, I could have one, your neighbor could have one. And those are ones that will have rules, and players can be banned from those for breaking those rules. The only bad thing about these is they're only going to stay around as long as someone is willing to pay for them. Then with password, that just means that some of these over here have a lock on them. Those are with a password, and when I uncheck that, they go away. Then we have first and third person, first person only, and third person only. That's just your preference, really, how you like to play the game. You can, because some of them, if we go and take this off, you can see that takes it down some servers, only has 94 of them. And if I go in here and do that, you can see it's only showing 723. Third person, there's only one of them that's only third person. Oh, that's funny. And only first person, there's 93 of those. So that's how that works. You can uncheck those depending on what you want, if it really matters to you. And then you can go PvP and PvE or PvE only. There's always going to be a PvE aspect to this game. You're always going to have the bots that are going to be hunting you, or you'll run across and try to kill you. And that's only what you're going to get if you go into a PvE server. You're not going to have any other players that can hurt you. Anything like that, you cannot hurt other players there. PvP servers, you're going to have to deal with the bots, and you're going to have to deal with other players. That's just how you want to play the game. I mainly play on the PvE servers, but I will sometimes jump onto a PvP. Then you have here, you have a search you can put in. So some of the things that I'll put in sometimes is max. And then you can see how it brings up ones that say max loot. That's just the spawn of loot around the game. So with the max loot, it's going to be easier to find weapons and gear, things like that. Another one is starter. See here, it has starter kit, and they're going to have different types of starter kits you can do. Those are only going to be on the private servers. On the official servers and a lot of the private servers, the only thing you start off with is a shirt, pants, and knife, lighter, and that's maybe about it. The ones with starter kits, they may start you off with just something like that, maybe a pistol, and it could be all the way up to fully geared out. So if you want to start off with one with more stuff than normal, you can go with one of those. And I also have a server. If you type in Gen X, can see this is my server. Mine, I go through, I just kind of started doing this. Monday through Thursday, it's going to be PvE. And then on the weekends, it's going to be PvP. So you get a little mix of both, something that I have to manually go in and change. There's not a whole lot of server settings when you do on a server to be able to do something like this. So it's going to have to be something I have to remember to do. But I'm trying to get it to where, during the week, you can go out, get some gear, and then on the weekends, go out and fight everybody. Now, one thing you can see, I've played on lots of servers. I can do last login. I've been on quite a few here. So you don't have to be on just one server. Go around, check different ones out. I've played on official servers. I've played on private servers. Just find out which one you like. One thing about it is your gear is not going to transfer. So if you get onto, let's say this is an official server here, if you get on there, you get a whole bunch of gear, and then you go to a new server that you haven't played on, you're going to start off with the basic stuff you get there. So gear does not transfer around. Then once you find a server, I'm gonna go to this one. That one has a password. Then once you find a server you like, you can either double click on it or you can click and then hit join. And that's gonna give you this screen, which is going to allow you to pick a character. You can see just in the t-shirt and underwear. These are the different characters. You do not have a big choice. You can't do a whole lot with them. But once you get into the game, you're going to be wearing helmets. You're going to be wearing a lot of gear. So you're never going to really see your character's face or body. Well, their skin. So that's it for this. Just a very basic thing. Just wanted to show you how to choose a server, and I'll do another video on once you get in there, how to get geared up. If this helped you out, have a good day.